All right, welcome back. We get to talk about another one of my favorite video games. It is Mortal Kombat. All right.
I don't know if they can see that.
Can they see this? Can we do a close up? Close up? Close up? Somewhere? Maybe? Okay, maybe not. Tony's sleeping on the job.
Anyways, they know what it looks like. These games are everywhere.
Oh, this game's been around forever. And I just remember getting all excited. My parents actually wouldn't let me have the first one.
Same here.
So I had to sneak over to my friend's house to play it. And I must have spent so many hours over at his house just using his video games. The movie, very interesting. They do follow a similar storyline. There is this tournament that fighters from all these different places have to fight to protect their world. And we send Liu Kang, who is he used to follow a monk religion of the light or something.
He's like the prodigal monk or something.
Yeah, prodigal monk. And you have Johnny Cage, who is the American movie star who gets criticized for his wonderful abilities of kung fu. And then you have Sonya Blade, a SWAT team officer that just kind of gets sucked in to this whole ordeal. And they have to fight to save our world from invasion and total destruction.
Now, it's been a while since I've seen this one. Is this the one with Shao Kahn or the one with Goro?
This is with Goro and Shang Tsung,
Okay.
who are the bad guys. And Shang Tsung is the chief bad guy, and he consumes people's souls to become more powerful. So everybody he defeats, he can consume their soul. And so that sets up your storyline right there. You meet all these interesting characters along the way. You have, let's see, Scorpion and Sub-Zero, two icons of the Mortal Kombat world, come in this. Sub-Zero, once again, no speaking lines whatsoever.
I'm guessing Scorpion has just the one.
Yes, get over here. And he says it once, and he misses with the rope.
Oh,
so
that doesn't happen.
But it's interesting because they, once again, following the sci-fi tradition of the early 90s, they were trying desperately to use some sci-fi elements. And they pushed the limits a little bit. I'll say they went too far with the sci-fi and probably could have toned it down just a tad, but you know, some of them worked, some of them didn't, but that's just how it works. And look, I don't know where they shot it, but the scenery was gorgeous. They had, you know, all kinds of cool scenery.
But they did try to give it an actual story, though.
They did
the
try.
game's a little bit lacking.
Well, the game is all about just fighting in a tournament.
Right.
And if you read the backstory that they put into the game, where if you let the credits roll and read all the character bios, it tells you a story. But no one ever put in that kind of time. So they had to try and reintroduce the story. I don't know if it's exactly like the game, but I know it's very similar. They incorporate the tournament, and they incorporate all these elements where they try and make references to the games, where you have, you know, you have Goro, which everybody remembers that fight from the game if you've ever played it. That was a pain in the butt. You have you have to face yourself or whatever. You don't really fight yourself, but you have to fight yourself inwardly.
So in other words, another excuse to double the character sprite.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
It's just a reason for them to, you know, use Zen and Buddha and all that stuff in the movie. And so it's a very good movie, and the way they created this storyline, it was somewhat poorly executed, but better than Super Mario.
Well, at least they took the time to bastardize an Orthodox Eastern religion. I mean,
yeah,
really,
you know,
if you're going to go that way. But there's one thing I wanted to know about Goro. I don't know if they explained this in the actual movie. He's half dragon, right?
Yes, but they didn't
Which half? Because, like, I don't know if she was the mommy or the daddy or what, but I don't see that working out physically in any sort of aspect.
They don't explain it in the movie.
Okay.
They don't even reference where he comes from. He's there and he's a servant of Shang Tsung. So he's one of the warriors of the Emperor.
Maybe it's better to keep that behind closed doors anyways.
Yeah. I really wouldn't want to know how that works.
Right.
So.
Well, like I say, it's been a long time since I've seen this. I remember nothing about it, so.
I mean, it's a fun movie to watch again. Whoever choreographed the fight scenes, phenomenal job. I mean, the fights are pretty fun to watch if you're into that kind of thing. You know, martial arts movies, got good martial arts movies in it. Some of them are a bit cheesy, like they do a bicycle kick and you can't see the strings, but you know that they're there because he's in the air for an awfully long time.
Still, I would respect that, though, because that's just being true to the game. Nobody can stay up in air that long, well, except for a runaway monk.
There you go. Yeah. who happens to be bulletproof, but that's another story for another day. I'm going to go out on a limb and give this 1 William, just being, I believe, generous, but that's just me. I'm going to give it a William Shatner, or Shakespeare. Sorry.
I can see that. It still got better than Mario.
Yeah,
so
it's
fair.
better
It's
than
fair.
Mario, but it's not near as good as Resident Evil or Silent Hill, just because they didn't make use of darkness with the CGI. So,
oh, last question. Are there any fatalities?
yes, you do see fatalities.
From the game? Like the spinal cord one?
No, that one's different. He actually just freezes the guy in the air and he falls to the ground and shatters into a billion pieces.
Okay, I guess they had to worry about the ratings and all
Yeah,
that.
you do see the fire breath too.
The toasty.
The toasty.
Nice.
So
There's
it's
toasty.
it's
All
there.
right.
So it's not a bad movie. Rent it. Don't buy it. And that's what I have to say about that. So, did you have anything to add about that?
Like I said, it's been too long for me. I do remember I was very young and I was in love with Sonya Blade. And then in the next movie, it was a totally different person. I lost interest.
Yeah, we won't talk about the second one. That's a dark chapter.
Right.
We'll leave behind closed doors. So that's all our reviews, but we do have some announcements to make. There are a couple things coming up that the Viking Vision's actually putting on that I'm actually really excited about. And they have a 48-hour film challenge coming up beginning of March. That's weekend of the 7th through the 9th. And they're looking for people to compete in this challenge. There are prizes from what I understand, and that should be really cool. There's a website. Do you remember the website?
Let's see. I think it's berryfilmfest.com. If not, you guys just do a Google
Berry
search. You
Film
will find
Challenge
it.
or something
Berry
like
Film
that.
Challenge.
I think that's it. So that's coming up, and then there's also the Vision Awards, which is going to be this big Academy Awards style film festival that they're putting on. And they are looking for people to enter movies, short films, news packages, whatever, into this. And the deadline for entries is April 1st. And so there will also be prizes and trophies awarded for that too.
That's something really great to put on your resume.
It is,
especially if you're a
and
comm major.
It's going to be really fun. They're going to, from what I understand, it's going to be a big, high-to-do affair, presentation of awards and stuff. It should be really fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Are we winning something? Do we know yet?
I don't know.
Okay,
we
because I
can
was
only
hoping the whole
hope.
beaver thing would kind of.
Well, we're going to have to wait and see. You know,
Okay.
that's where we're waiting. And so, you guys, we hope to see you all out there and have fun making those. And we're going to actually go because I got to get ready for other things.
Oh, that's right. The dance is tonight.
Yes. So, peace out. Until next week, I'm Jeff.
And I'm David.
All right. Later.
Take it easy. So what do they say about people who play games all night?